Well, Barry, a difficult afternoon against a very strong Colchester side. It was a very youthful United side out. I guess for yourselves and the coaching staff, it's difficult to know what to take from this afternoon.
Well, obviously, yeah, a really young team, but I think we'll have taken loads from it because they see what the level is. We were, say, quite young, and against a team that's a week away from their season, I think they put their strongest team out. So we struggled a bit. There was a big gap in terms of physicality in the game, but a brilliant learning experience for our younger players.
Only Paul Digby, really, Liam Bennett to an extent, and Jack Stevens, the senior players in the side, and 5-0 down at half-time. Was it a difficult half-time team talk for yourself and Gary?
I think so. We just spoke about resilience, really, because it's easy then to put your head down and to, not keep being courageous with the ball. That was another one, because we want to be better in a build phase and taking the ball from the goalkeeper and having a little bit more control moving up the pitch. And that takes courage, especially when it's not going your way and the opposition are strong. But I thought the second half was better. We still stuck at what we were trying to do, and there was still bits and positive bits in terms of that build-up. But like I say, it was a really senior, strong team against a very young team, and that was the difference, really.
Yeah, they made a change at half-time. It looked like just Brandon up top on his own in the second half. Was it important just to plug a gap a little bit and have that extra man in midfield?
Yeah, a little bit like that. We obviously they were good from crosses, so we put a kind of a box in midfield, and sometimes the 2 10s, if you like, were dropped a little bit wider, so we kind of stopped their supply, because they scored off things that were coming into the box, so we tried to stop that at source, and then just try to get some players in pockets that are hard for the opposition to pick up. And I thought at times we found that second opposite side 10 well. But again, it was difficult for us playing against such a senior team and such young guys. But I said to them in the changing room, don't just erase that from your memory, that game, because you can learn loads from it. It's hard to take, but they'll reflect and hopefully be better for it.
One further negative, of course, Paul Digby going off midway through the second half. It looked like a groin injury. What's the situation with him? Do you know, Barry?
Yeah, well, too early to say, really, but obviously Digger's a really important player for us, so we hope it isn't serious.
And in terms of positives, Taylor Richards off the bench, and he's got some match minutes under his belt, first of this pre-season.
Yeah, and obviously coming on in difficult circumstances, but I think he's still seen a little bit of moments with his quality. He handles the ball really well, and he had some really nice switches of play in the game. So positive for him that he's got some minutes and he'll keep building that. I don't think he's obviously not going to be ready for the start of the season in terms of the full fitness, but it's a process in getting him to the level, and he's obviously a very talented player. So one fans might be excited about.
And one player that was missing this afternoon, Michael Morrison. What's the score with him, Barry?
Yeah, just a few personal things, but I think Everton should be okay with him, so he should be back to training on Monday.
And obviously pre-season now done. You've got a week's training to look forward to now before the big kick-off. I would imagine as a group, coaches, players, you're all looking forward to that one.
Yeah, definitely. I was saying pre-season, everyone's so enthusiastic at the start because we all miss it. But it's you kind of get to a point where you want the serious stuff to happen and the competitive game. So I think we're in an okay position really going into it, and we're definitely excited for it.
And 1 or 2 additions this week, are you expecting?
I think that's the idea. I definitely think that's where what the manager wants to do. We're probably light in a couple of positions, so still definitely working at that. But it's always recruitment's always difficult, especially for the club our size. So they're working away at it, and I'd imagine some players will come in the hopefully sooner rather than later.